good morning everyone, Form 2 students. So today we are going to, firstly I hope you are doing well at home, okay? So I hope you have all do your homework, okay? So today we are going to start our live tutorial for English language, okay? And I have just noted that only 2 students are online. Now only 1 student, this is 2 over, okay? Please get up, okay? And watch, maybe you can watch later, okay? So 2B, I miss you a lot. Oh, very good, now 8, okay? So now we are going to talk about reading for the first part, okay? I'm going to teach reading first. So take out your textbook and go to page 70, okay? And also take out your notebook, okay? Take out your notebook. And 2B should know you should have your pens in different colors and also your highlighters, okay? Prepare your stationeries. So if you open your textbook, go to page 70, you'll find there is a letter, okay? There is a letter. So what is this kind of text type? This one is called letter to the editor. This is a very important phrase. Letter to the editor, because this text type is very, very popular in your Hong Kong DSE, okay? In Hong Kong DSE, letter to the editor is a must. So everyone has to know this text type, okay? And also, what is a letter to the editor? Firstly, it's a letter, right? It is a letter. And in this letter, you have to give opinion, so your ideas, your point of view to about a news story, a news, okay? So something happened in Hong Kong. I agree with this thing, so I write my opinion, or maybe I don't agree, okay? So give opinion about a news story, okay? So when you are writing the letter to the editor, who are you? Now usually, if you are in Form 6, you are always Chris Wong, but now you are yourself, okay? So you are a student. And then who is reading your letter to the editor? Usually, firstly, the editor, 編輯, okay? The editor have to read your letter. And also the public, everyone in Hong Kong, okay? Everyone in Hong Kong will read your text, will read your letter. And if you are writing something to all Hong Kong people, you should be very formal. So can you say, yo, man, hi, can you say things like this? No, okay? So, and you have to be very seriously and also polite, okay? So we will teach this part again when we are doing the writing, okay? So I just want you to know first, okay? And also if you go through the text, you will find a lot of new words, difficult word. So I hope you should go to Cambridge Dictionary, okay? Please go to Cambridge Dictionary. There are a lot of words, okay? There are a lot of words that you need to check by yourself, look up by yourself, okay? So now let's start our text now, okay? So when you write letter to the editor, firstly, you should give the letter a title, okay? You should give the letter a title. Remember, okay? Title for letter to the editor. And then, how to start your writing first. The first 2 words is always dear editor, comma, okay? So circle the comma here. Everyone circle the comma here, okay? Dear editor, this is your formal greeting, okay? Say hi to the editor. Okay, now let's look at the text. I read an article about food supply in your newspaper last week. I am shocked that we import 90% of our food. So let's look at this sentence. Firstly, percent. What is percent? Okay, 90%. 90% of our food are imported. Okay, import, this word. Take out your note. Okay, we have to write down this word. So these words have two parts, pot and in. So do you remember the word pot? Pot means, okay, 港口. So import and export. So ex means out, in means come, okay, come in. So this one means come in the pot, it means 入口或者 okay, some foreign food come to Hong Kong. And then export means we sell food to America maybe, okay? Export, okay, write down these words. And then, if we look at the sentence again, this sentence is very important. Why? I am shocked that. And after that, there is a clause, okay? So this one is a very important sentence pattern. So after that, we use sentence. So I am shocked that Miss Chu is here. Miss Chu is here. Oh, I am shocked. Okay, so we combine two sentences together. So we write one more sentence. 5 minutes ago, I called Wang Chuehei. He was sleeping. He was sleeping. So Miss He felt I was sad that Wang Chuehei was sleeping. He did not come to my class. I was very sad. So I was sad that Wang Chuehei was sleeping. Okay, so for 2B class, please write 3 more sentences. Okay, and heading to the Google Classroom. Okay, 2B, 3 more sentences. Someone is somebody, be adjective, that. Okay? I am sad, I am happy, I am shocked. Okay, that blah 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 blah. Okay? So write down sentences. Okay, I believe we must grow more food in urban area. Okay, this one is very important. Urban, this word. You will see it a lot in your senior form, in your form 4 to form 6. Okay? So urban means city. Somewhere in the city. Okay? Urban areas, city areas. Okay? Such as rooftops. Do you know rooftops? If you still remember Csjss老師, okay? So he always grow plants on the rooftops. Okay? I think a lot of 2B students have grown plants with Csjss老師before. Okay? And other empty spaces in the city. Okay, write down the word spaces here. So space have different meanings. Here, space with S, so it is a countable noun. Okay, you can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it means 地方空間. Okay, but sometimes space is uncountable. You cannot count it. So it means the universe. Okay, space. Okay, and when I talk about this word, I think of another word. I've taught this word in 2B before. See if you still remember. Room. What is the meaning of room? When it is countable, okay, it's a room. It means 房間, right? But sometimes room is not countable. We cannot count. So what is the meaning of room here? It means okay, it's very similar to space. Okay, it's very similar to space. So write down your notes. Okay? Okay, if you finish, let's go back to our article again. Okay? Let's go to paragraph 2. Urban farming helps reduce global warming. Okay, there are a lot of new words here. So let's look at the first one, global warming. Global warming is a big word. I think most of you have learned this word in primary school maybe. Okay? 全球暖化. Okay? And another word very related to this word is called climate change. Okay, write down this word as well. Climate, 氣候, okay, climate change. So urban farming reduce global warming. So here, let's look at the sentence. What is the verb? What is the verb of this sentence? Can you highlight the verb by yourself first? I think Chibi can do it, right? Lao Cai, Virgil should know the verb, okay? I don't know if you are online. So, helps is the verb. And then if we know that helps is the verb, so what is the subject? What is the subject of the sentence? It should be urban farming. So why am I talking about this sentence? Because in English, we always use verbs plus ing as subject. Okay? For example, sleep. Sleep is a verb. So I want to say sleep is very important. So is this sentence correct? No, right? Because sleep is the subject. So we have to add what? We have to add ing, right? Sleeping is very important. And then another word. Smile to Miss Tan. Okay, smile to Miss Tan makes her happy. So let's look at this one. This sentence is wrong. Okay, so what is the verb first? So very clearly, makes. Okay, 令到 makes her happy. So what is the subject? Smile to Miss Tan. So we have to add ing to the verb smile. Because smiling to Miss Tan makes her happy. Okay. So again, when we teach sentence pattern, you have always to make examples, make sentences by yourself. Again, to be 3 more. Okay, 3 more. Okay, urban farming helps reduce global warming. Transporting food. Okay, transport. The word transport. You should be very similar. You should be very familiarized with it. In Unit 4, we learned a lot of transportation. What is transportation? 交通, right? It is a noun. So transporting, verbs plus ing as the subject, is also means 交通, okay? 傳送. Transporting food from other places produce a lot of carbon dioxide. Okay, this word I hope you have learned in your primary school. Okay, CO2, 二氧化碳, okay, carbon dioxide. And also, again, let's look at this very long sentence. Transporting food from other places produce a lot of carbon dioxide. What is the verb? Okay, in this sentence, I give you maybe 5 seconds to find the verb. Transporting food from other places produces a lot of carbon dioxide. 交通傳送啲食物產生好多二氧化碳。So what is the verb? Produces, right? So again, we use verbs plus ing as the subject, okay? Which is the main cause of global warming. We can reduce this harmful gas by growing food ourselves, okay? So by, highlight the word by. By is a preposition. So after preposition, the verb should plus ing, okay? Our food plant can also turn into oxygen. 氧氣. Okay? I have to rush two more paragraphs, okay? Urban farming is good for our health. Urban farming is good for our health. So let's write down the word health. I hope you don't make these mistakes again, because my 4-5 students still do things like this now. Okay? Health. 健康, it is a noun. And then what is the adjective? Healthy, okay? Wine with a Y, okay, healthy. So urban farming is good for our health too. When we import food, it may lose nutrients,營養, okay? Along the way, okay? Along the way means at the same time. Farming in the city means we will always have fresh and healthy food. Again, verb plus ing as subject, and then verbs, okay? The improved air quality is also good for our health. Air quality, 空氣質素, okay? We have already done enough harm to the environment. So let's look at this word, harm. Do harm to. So can you guess what is the part of speech of harm? Harm here is a noun, 傷害, okay? Do harm to something. And also it can be a verb. English harms, okay? 英文好痛苦, okay? And also, let's write down the adjective, harmful. Okay, harmful. Let us grow a better future together with the urban farming. Yours faithfully. So everyone highlight yours faithfully. Now starting now, you have to know how to spell this word. Yours faithfully. Okay, yours faithfully, okay? You need to know how to spell this word, okay? So this is the very formal closing for formal letter, okay? So this is a must for you to memorize, okay? So I think you have already finished your reading comprehension questions, and I will give you the answer maybe on Thursday, because I've already announced in the Google Classroom. On Thursday, I will give another live class to teach you how to write letter to the editor. And you have to write a letter to the editor during your weekend, okay? So be on time on Thursday, 2 p.m., okay? We will continue this one, okay? So now let's pass the time to Miss Chow for the grammar part. Okay? So take out your textbook.
Hello everybody. I haven't seen you for a long time. I hope everybody is well. Do you remember how long have you been at home? Do you know what is the last day of your school day before Chinese New Year? Anybody knows? Anybody knows? So, yes, I haven't seen you for a long time. How long is it? The last day of our school day is January 20th, I think. What's that? I think it's about 1 month. Oh, not clear enough. Okay. I think I haven't seen you since the 20th of February. It's about 1 month. It's about 1 month already. And I don't know if you have done a lot of homework, online homework at home. But I hope everybody is well and healthy. Okay, recently. Everybody, in our everyday life, we usually use a sentence like this. I haven't done something. Okay, I have done my homework. I haven't seen you for a long time. And we call this present perfect tense. We call this present perfect tense. In Chinese, it is 現在完成式. What is the meaning of present perfect tense? And what is the format? And how do we use it? Now I'm going to tell you about this one. And red marker. Oh, it's okay. Everybody, now let's look at the. Okay. Now let's look at the PowerPoints together about present perfect tense. Okay. What is the meaning of present perfect tense? We use the present perfect tense to talk about things that happened in the past but are still connected with the present, just like what I said. Okay? Just like what I say, something happened in the past. This one. What is the date today, everybody? Today is the 25th of February. And yeah. What was the last day I saw you? I think it's maybe the 20th of February, about 4 months. So, how long? I haven't seen you. So this one, I haven't seen you starting from the 20th of February. Okay, I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you. So, this one, present perfect tense. 顧名思義，現在完成式 係講一啲以前發生嘅行動，而佢係聯繫到而家嘅。Just like I haven't seen you since the 20th of January. Usually, we use it in three situations. When we want to talk about a past action that has a result in the present, 如果我哋要講一個過去嘅行動，而呢個行動咧係會影響我哋而家嘅 then in this case we'll use present perfect tense. For example, Tom can't receive messages because he has lost his phone. Okay, in the past, Tom lost his phone. 喺過去，阿 Tom 唔見咗手機。And the result is 結果點 ？He can't receive messages， 搞到佢而家收唔到信。OK， present perfect tense， 現在完成式，一樣過去發生嘅事件，搞到你而家有後果嘅。OK， present perfect tense。The first one， and then the second one, we use present perfect tense to talk about an action that happened in the past. But the exact time is not important to know. 我哋講一樣以前發生嘅嘢，但係呢一個時間咧係唔重要，即係我哋覺得係冇需要話俾人聽嘅，又或者係我哋其實唔記得咗係幾時。OK， for example, John has visited Ocean Park before. 佢去過海洋公園。你覺得需唔需要話俾你聽幾時啊？我哋覺得唔重要，唔需要知道幾時。So you don't have to, okay, you don't have to tell them, hey, in 1991, no need. In this case, we use present perfect tense. 去過 ，okay, John 去過海洋公園。Or in this case, he doesn't remember when he went to he went to Ocean Park. 其實亦都可能啊，John 已經唔記得咗佢幾時去。So in this case， 總之佢 OK。In this case, for example, this is OK the 25th of February, and John now he OK 佢呢一世人 OK in his whole life, he's been to 海洋公園 maybe here, maybe in OK maybe in 1991. He don't know. Okay, he doesn't know. He doesn't remember. Maybe in 2002, he doesn't know. So in this case, we use present perfect tense to talk about this situation. 講一樣曾經做過嘅嘢，不過咧幾時做 not important. Okay, and we may not remember when it happened. Okay. Also, we use present perfect tense to talk about a repeated action in the past that may happen again and again. 一個我哋會用現在完成式，有時我哋會用佢嚟講一個咧不斷重複嘅行動。OK， 佢由以前一路做到而家都會做 ，and it is likely to happen again and again。可能咧。嚟緊都係會做㗎。For example, the charity has helped thousands of people so far. 直至現時為止，個慈善組織已經幫咗數以千計嘅人。Okay, this one. Okay. Where is the dust? In the past, for example, this charity, okay, they give money to the poor. 譬如呢個慈善組織俾錢 ，OK， 俾錢啲窮人 ，OK，they do it again and again. They do it again and again. 成日都做。And is it likely that they will give the poor money in the future？ 將來我哋會唔會繼續做呢？ Is quite likely， 都幾似喎。Okay, now today is the 25th of February. Okay, they keep doing this thing from the past till now, and they are likely to do it again and again in the future. In this case, we'll use present perfect tense. 現在完成式。Now let's see how can we form the present perfect tense. It's not difficult. Present perfect tense is like this: have or has, and then we add past participle. For example, have visited, has found. And what is a past participle? And how do we form it? Okay, past participle for regular verbs, it is like simple past form. We just add ed after the basic verb. Okay, ed, very easy. But for irregular verbs such as go, went, gone. Okay, gone is the past participle. There are no rules for this thing. So we need to memorize the past participle. I said, no rules to follow, no ed. Okay. And how can we form positive statements and negative statements in the present perfect tense? We can form positive statements by using have or has, and then past participle. Usually we put the subjects at the beginning. I, we, you, they, have. He, she, it, has. Yeah. Okay. For example, I have watched the film. 我睇過套戲。For the negative statements, we add not after have or has. In short form, we can use haven't instead of have not, or hasn't to replace has not. It's up to you. For example, Shelley hasn't watched the film. Okay, Shelley, she has. Okay, has not. So now let's go to the summary. Okay. Here is the summary of present perfect tense. Okay, we use this to talk about a past action that has a result in the present. 我哋講一樣過去嘅嘢而影響到而家你有咩結果嘅。Okay, for example, I have lost my wallet, so I do not have money to take the MTR. Okay, 唔記得銀包而家冇錢搭車。Okay, number two. Okay, the second one. We use present perfect tense to talk about an action that happened in the past, but the exact time is not important to know. 我哋講一樣過去發生嘅嘢，而咧發生嘅時間咧係唔重要，你覺得唔需要講俾人聽， or you don't know when it happened， 或者係你唔記得其實幾時發生嘅。Okay, not important. And the third one, we use present perfect tense when we talk about repeated actions in the past. 我哋講一樣喺過去裏邊重複不斷發生嘅嘢 that may happen again and again. 而佢係會一路咧不斷會發生嘅 ，just like charity 捐錢or okay something like this. Okay. And the form of the present continuous tense is like this. For positive sentence, we use has or have, and then past participle. Okay, go, went, gone, go. Seesaw, seen, past participle. For regular verbs, we add ed, only ed, just like simple past form. And for the negative sentence, we add not after have or has. Okay, and this is the basic format of present perfect tense. Now you should know well about using simple past tense. Let's write some sentences in simple past tense. But before that, I'd like you to look at the time words. How do we know when to use present present perfect tense? Usually, you'll see some time words. For example, we will see some time words. Okay, usually the most common one is since and for. Okay, since in Chinese means 自從. Okay, just like my example. Just like this example. Since I haven't seen you since the 20th of January. So this one 自從1月20號開始，我到而家都冇見過你哋。So this one, usually when you see a time word like this, since and for, usually we can use the present perfect tense. And what is the difference between since and for? We use since to talk about an exact time, a point of time. 我哋如果講一個好準確嘅時間，某一點嘅時間 ，for example, January the 20th, okay, 1月20號 ，then we use since. If you want to talk about a period of time, for, we use it to talk about a period of time. For example, 1 month, 一段時間。如果我哋講一段時間咧 ，then we'll use for. So instead of saying this, I can say, I haven't seen you for about 1 month. Okay, we use this. Okay, so usually when you see the time words like this, since and for, we know it's quite likely we'll use present perfect tense to communicate with the others. And now everybody, I'd like you to do a sentence writing task in your Google Classroom. And let me show you, okay? Let me show you the exercise. And you are required to do it at home today and hand it in this week. Okay. I'd like you to make sentences in present perfect tense with the words given and use since or for in each sentence. The first two have been done for you as examples. For example, number one, this one. Okay, B, we change it to present perfect tense. I will, you, they, have, and then B, the past participle is, okay, B was where been. So been is the past participle. So this one, I have been a vegetarian. How long? For 5 years. A period of time, 一段時間。OK， 我已經做咗素食者5年啦，由5年前開始到而家。So this one for 5 years, a period of time. And then the second one, example 2. Okay, look here, not eat and meat. Peter, we use has or have here. He, she, it, has. So Peter has not eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. So past participle, eaten. Any meat. How long? 幾耐冇食過肉 ？Since 2004. Since 2004. So everybody, I'd like you to do the rest at home. Okay, via Google Classroom. If you want to do some more challenging tasks, you can make 3 more sentences with your own words. Okay, no need to use the words given. Okay, everybody, try to do it at home and hand it in this week. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. Let's pass the time to Stephen. Thank you.
So, long time no see guys, okay? So I'm going to teach about how to do your speaking for your individual presentation, which is has been placed to your Google Classroom, okay? So please check for your homework today. So for the topic, first you need to see that it is you need to go into present about how to promote a green campaign. So for what means by the green campaign, you can see this logo, okay? Green campaign which means related to 環保意識嘅東西 okay? So you have to prepare for your 1-minute presentation about how to do your for the foreign manner. Okay, so you can see go green and then you can see 3 main subtitles, okay? First one is why, and then you can see when and where and how. Okay, so for these 3 items I have circled in 3 different colors, okay? Red, green and purple, okay? So, first of all, so why we need to go green? So it is asking me about the reason, 原因. So why we should go green, okay? Go green, which means to protect the environment, and then which means also do something is eco-friendly. So eco means ecosystem, 環境生態系統嘅. Okay? So why we need to go green? You can see 3 different words. So for the types of waste, pollution, and climate change, under these 3 subcategories, you can write this. You have learned, for example, for which is the vocabulary you have learned in the textbook page 74, okay? Aluminium can, food waste, etc. So please use that what you have learned in your speaking practice, okay? So moreover, you can see about talking about why we should go green, because there are many pollution, 好多污染. For example, what? Air pollution, water pollution, light pollution. So for Hong Kong mainly is air pollution or the light pollution, because you have beautiful light view, but it's caused the light pollution, okay? So, and as we have said before in the past, you can also mention about the climate change. So it also related to the global warming, which means the temperature will rise rapidly, okay? So besides saying about the reason, you can also really link it to the what is the influence to the environment, and so why we need to go green, okay? So later you can see upside down pyramids, those 轉嘅三角喺度. Okay, so for the first part, we need to talk about the background first, okay, and then we need to go in deep for the action and how we can react and in the detail to do the practice, okay? So, how we can do it, it is related to 3 hours or 4 hours. What does mean the 3 hours and 4 hours? Okay, so you can see at this picture, you can see recycle, reuse, replace or reduce, okay? So use these 4 items to talk about your action and how you can go green, okay? So for example, for the types of waste related to the previous topic, so related to type of waste, which we can reuse? Maybe recycle or reuse, okay? So here's the recycling bin, so it is related to the type of waste and then related to how we can go green, okay? So we may place some recycling bins in our school or in the community. So for example, the blue for the waste paper, yellow for the metal or the aluminum cans, and the brown for the plastic bottle, okay? So besides, you need to give some example for your ideas or to supporting your ideas, okay? So moreover, you can say about how often, why, or how you can react, how often, once a week or every day. It is a duration for your giving more detail in your example, okay? So this is one more example for which you can do at home, and then I will not go through detail because time is running out, okay? So for answering, describing or explaining in the example or giving your example, so why we need to go back to the big topic, okay? So if we save energy or we reduce the rates, okay, so what is the benefit? What is the positive feedback, okay? So for example, for saving energy, we can reduce the greenhouse gases emission, 即係減少一啲溫室氣體嘅排放。So what for saving water, so why or how we can benefit for the environmental or environment, okay? So I leave this for you to think about your own presentation, okay? So for the recycle, you may relate it to waste reduction, and then so how we can do the waste induction, so you need to explain in the how and when or where, okay, in your further explanation. So for the brainstorm, you need to think about your daily life and then because or what you have learned in your past. Because your own experience will strengthen or be more confident your idea to, or you will be confident, more confident to present your idea, okay? So for example, in the textbook, you learn about upcycling, you change the old t-shirt into a shopping bag. So please remember to use what you have learned and what you have experienced in your daily life to do your presentation. It is more easier for you to just chit chat or for searching the internet for information, okay? So remember the background, and then for the main action, and then for the conclusion, it is 3 main items, 3 main categories for your speaking presentation, okay? So I'll pass it to Mr. Wong to continue to how to your presentation skill, okay?
Okay. Hi, good morning. Good morning. I'm Kai Wong. I am your new English teacher, and for 2C, I am your English teacher for the upcoming semester. I'm just gonna write my name just to introduce myself. And nice to meet you, 2C, it's kind of odd that the first time I meet you is gonna be this way. But anyway, let's just proceed on talking about presentation skills. So in this session, we're gonna talk about the structure of a presentation, and then we're gonna these 2 parts, eye contact and intonation to express meaning. And these 2 related the presentation, not by the words, but more about how you present it to your audience. Just think about a presentation. What is presentation like? If you think about that, lecturing is a sort of a presentation. So in my lecture, I also try to keep these 2, eye contact and intonation, to express meaning, intact, except no eye contact, of course, none of you present in this room right now. Alright, so without further ado, I'm just going to continue here. So, opening question. So, do you remember the very first 2 words that I said to you in this lesson? Okay, okay, it's good morning. I say good morning, and that's the thing that you're supposed to do in your presentation, or even in your a group discussion, anything. The first thing you do in a lesson, good morning. And salutation is a very proper, just I said good morning, at morning time. And then also you should also be noticed that sometimes you just say hello by saying good afternoon or good evening. Alright, make sure you include that in your presentation for the first one. Then we come into more a structural part, about grammar part. Okay, so this one, you're supposed to use firstly, secondly, finally, in each of your paragraph. So these are the adverb. So after you put this one, you put the word like firstly, say that like firstly, and then you like put a comma and just like go on and talk about your ideas. Because like earlier, like we talked about like brainstorming ideas, we divide our ideas into like different category, and then we have to like structure ourselves, like make sure that like our ideas is properly present to our audience, to students, your classmates. These are one of the most important things because I now with our audience, that means your classmate, and in this case, like they will understand what are you talking about because everything is stated clearly. So, very easy to understand. Firstly, 第一 secondly, 第二 finally, 第三 So like these are how you put like your idea in there. Say that like, oh, if you're really a smart student, you come like with 4 ideas instead of just 3. Make sure that you add a thirdly, and between like secondly and finally. But that's for like something that like you may need to know. All right. So just like I just explained like how this is supposed to be used. Just like quickly like this is like how your textbook is phrased. State your idea by putting one of these words at the beginning of the paragraph. Firstly, 首先 second, 次要 finally, 最後. So, let's just look at this sample sentence. So, you just choose one of these. Say that like if this is the first idea, you pick like firstly here. Okay, firstly. And then it's like firstly, and then like a comma. Make sure that you add a comma there. A little bit pause. Firstly, I believe that we can reduce waste because the landfills in Hong Kong are filling up quickly. And this is like the idea, my first idea, talk about we can reduce waste, 我哋可以減少廢物 because the landfills in Hong Kong are filling quickly. Because 係堆填區，香港嘅堆填區就已經填得越嚟越快啦，用得越嚟越快。So this is like an example, like how why you put like firstly here, and then I make sure that like, oh, this is your first idea. Why? Reason why? Number 1. So that's why I put firstly here. And in case this is the second idea, just put second. Easy? Okay. Proceed. Okay. Here's the thing about like the eye contact. Although like eye contact is not quite maintained here, but make sure that you keep your eyes looking at your audience. Say that like if you're an audience, just look at the back of the room, something like that, and then like just make sure that like you don't just like bow your head and we can look. Today I'm going to talk about. This is not a presentation. In a presentation, you just look at your audience. Like maybe you can just keep your note in your hand and just like say that like if you need it, just like a cue card. 提示卡, so just read it. Oh, okay, I got an idea. And then just like make sure that like your eye like looking at your audience at all time. And then like you don't bow your head and read your notes. Even like if you don't use a note, just say like don't just like bow your head like shy. Make sure that like you raise the head, chin up, and then make sure you can like keep like your audience focus. Okay, intonation. This one is like more difficult like to understand, but I'll try to explain this one. Intonation refers to the rise and fall of our voice in speaking. Intonation 嘅意思就係我哋講嘢嘅時候把聲嘅高同低向上向下。好。It is important to use appropriate intonation to let people understand what we say. 佢話呢度講到點解話 intonation 重要，就係因為呢個係一個提示嘅方法，去令到啲人知道我哋講緊乜嘢嘅。好 ，Okay, so we just like show you some example. Make sure intonation there's only 2. Rise, fall. Easy, okay. And then we go on like just like showing like this one. So explain to you like why our intonation is important. Okay. Upcoming benefits the environment by reducing waste. Okay, this is the first one. And I'll say that upcoming benefit the environment by reducing waste. Which one do you think is better? First one, the one that like in a statement you go up, or you just like go flat. Okay, if you say number 1. that's like you go out, like that's normally only happen in a question. So in a sentence that like end with a full stop, if I go to race, it would confuse your audience. And make sure that like in a sentence that like end with a full stop, like a statement sentence, you always like go flat and like fall. And then if a question, just raise like an intonation, like go up, like that way. All right. And then like this is like explaining why like if you use a wrong intonation, you may confuse your audience. Okay, so like here's like I show you the example like the question one. So for WH question, our intonation should be dropped on the last word. That means that like the last word like here, and then like intonation should drop at the last one. And then like that means that like towards here, the arrow is like slightly off like the mark. But anyway, so we suppose it like, where is the nearest MTR station? You go up. And then like for yes no question, like intonation rises at the end of the question. So make sure that like if it's a question mark, and then like end of the question mark, and then like you go up at the last word. Like this is like the way like how you talk about like giving proper idea to your audience. And this one, do you like traveling by bus? Make sure you go up, alright? Alright, and then like this is the last one. For statement, our intonation drops on the last word. Like if you don't know a statement means tense of go. But if you can just understand it like another way, just make sure that, okay, if a sentence ends with a full stop, drop, last word. Instead of like, okay, last word, question mark, go on, alright? So this one, I go to school by bus, stop. The nearest MTR station is Csjss, stop, alright, go. Alright, so now like, you know like there are two intonation, and rise and fall. Okay, now I quickly revision, like which one goes up and which one goes down. Okay, I give you like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Okay. Alright. The WH question, you make sure like is the one that like go up at the end, and the statement you like drop at the last. Alright, so that's for today. Like make sure that like you do all your homework, and then like for this presentation, please record like your presentation. You can either film it like with your face on or without your face, just like a voice video clip, 1 minute long, and upload it to your Google Classroom. And that's for today, and thank you very much.